All right, it looks like we're live here, so I really do appreciate you guys coming by. I know I'm on a little early, but I couldn't help jumping on and just starting right now. So if you are watching here, you're watching here, I really do appreciate you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Hopefully, like always, I love to see where you guys are coming from as far as your city, your hometown, your home country, because that's the interesting part about this, meaning that it's just not just happening locally. This is actually happening everywhere. And it proves that even people on different continents who are dealing with a medical system that does not care about people, there's still something out there or someone out there who cares. All right. So that's going to be me. And hopefully you guys will get a lot out of this experience. But first of all, I got to ask, do you guys see me okay? And do you hear me okay? If you can, just let me know. But I just need to know where you're from. Go ahead, throw it out there. I know I'm a little early. I said 10 o'clock. I know people are going to come at 10, but I'm still going to do it anyway. All right, so I'll throw a comment up here. Let me see. Let me throw a comment in. I know some people are here already. We got 17 people already. I love it. So Isan, all right. Hello from England. Look at this. Atlanta, USA. Hey, Alva, sweet lady. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're good to go. All right. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully I'm not blowing you guys away with the audio. Should I talk smaller? Should I talk lighter? Should I do it? I can't. It's not in my nature, but we'll go ahead and start anyway. All right. Arby is back. So Arby is here early too. I love it. I knew earlier would probably be better because I know at 12 o'clock, sometimes people are going to lunch. They want to eat. All right. I understand. I don't want any low blood sugar out there because that can be the cause of problems itself. So go ahead and do what you do. All right. Jackie. All right. So we got 24 people in right now. So that's good stuff. I know I'm early, but this is what I'm going to do. We're going to go till about 10:25, 10:30. All right. And then tomorrow, I'm going to actually spend more time on this because that's the last day that the course is open. So if you guys have been thinking about the course, if you've been just kind of deciding on it, trying to decide where the money's going to come from, I know sometimes if it's too much, don't worry about it. But I'm just telling you, I'm not going to offer it at this price again because it takes a lot of work. You guys just don't know. It takes a lot of work. All right. So those of you who are on Facebook, welcome. And those of you who are on YouTube, I love you guys too. You guys are always there. I love seeing the people here. I love it. All right. It's 5:52 p.m. here. Isan in England. All right. So they're in the evening. I'm in the morning. It's actually 9:52 a.m. here. So interesting stuff. Ricky is back from Dallas, Texas. All right. Dallas, Texas. Hello from Miami. Good stuff. Slow stroker. Yes. I'm in attendance. Favorite non-doctor. All right. I know, Mr. Slow stroker. I appreciate it, man. So I really do appreciate that you come out and that you support the way that you do. And I can't say anything more about it, man. I feel the love from you. And truthfully, from all of you, because you guys have been coming and I recognize a lot of the names that are on here, and some of you were actually buyers when I said yes the other day that people were buying. Some of you were the buyers who actually went and got the course before I started selling it, which is today. So if you guys look below the video here, you'll see I got the link up. So if you know anybody who has cancer, you know anybody who's dealing with it, go ahead and let them do it. Okay. So I'm going to start this out just answering and looking at and acknowledging the people who are coming in. Carlos is back. I love it. Carlos. All right. What, Carlos, you're from, okay, he's from Texas, and he's a Texas truck driver from Brownsville. I heard that before. Tin Cup, the golf movie. That's where I heard that from. Brownsville. I knew it. All right. I'm no doubt you've seen that, Carlos. I bet you have. Okay. Yes. My family loves you. All right. So Esramir 5. All right. I appreciate that. You got the whole family watching. That's good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So and truthfully, I don't want to neglect anybody else. If your family watches me too, I really do appreciate that, because I know some people get me around, and I didn't know this, and I didn't know that people did this, but people watch me on YouTube on their television as if it's a TV show. It is, but I didn't know that. I didn't know people were like watching me like a show. So that's why I was like, oh, that's why they want me to make more videos more often, because they're tuning in. And I didn't know that I was like a show. I just thought that I was doing stuff to help people, and hopefully it did. But I do appreciate that people would actually take their screen, their hard working money on their flat screen television and watch me on that thing. So bravo, people. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gratitude. Good stuff. Okay, so sweet lady is jumping in with a question. She says, my cousin has edema and is in a depression. Can you guide me to help her, please? Now, you said edema. Edema is swelling. So what does the swelling have to do with her depression? So I'm wondering about the connection. So answer that, and then we'll see if we can get on a faster track about answering that question about her depression. So, and I got an answer for that, and usually it works really well. So let me know. From Richton Park, is that Illinois? I'm from Illinois. All right, East St. Louis, Illinois. All right, Jeff. All right, we got Michigan, world schooling, traveling, the USA with family. Okay, so S. Ramirez traveling on the road with your family, and you're looking at this. All right, I'm assuming you're on a mobile device. So hopefully this is all coming through nice and clear, and you don't have any like big interruptions or anything. So Sky Girl, hello from Detroit. We have 7 inches of snow. 7 inches. I know what you're talking about. I've had times when I tried to go outside, open the garage door, wall of white. All right, so people don't know about that. See, out here in Las Vegas, they have no idea what I'm talking about. But see, you know how you got to spend 45 minutes shoveling your driveway just so you can go to work. You know what I'm talking about. So here we go. Yep, on my phone. I knew he was. Okay, now, Sky Girl, she says she was from Detroit. Let me ask you this question. I recently found an artist who is from Detroit, and I love every piece of music he puts out. And I want to know if you've heard of him. Have you heard of a man from Detroit called Mayor Hawthorne? I want to know. Sky Girl, let me know if you listen to his music. If you haven't, you got to, especially if you're from Detroit. That's where he's from. So I just want to know. Let me know. So the Chicago. All right, in the house. Chicago, slow stroker. That's exactly where I went to college. I went to a private school in Lisle, Illinois, called Benedictine University. And you might know where that is. It's in the west suburbs of Chicago. And we used to go to Chicago all the time to try to have a good time. But I would never go with my friends as often as they would want me to, because I thought in Chicago, people were getting shot at the time in the areas that they were talking about going to. So I was like, no, y'all go ahead. I'm going to stay here and study. Right. But I didn't want those kind of problems. So I don't know. Was your area like that? Or did you avoid it? Did you get out of it? Are you still living there? Let me know. What's going on as far as you in Chicago is concerned, as far as the violence and all that stuff. If it's gone down, if it's gone up, if it stayed the same. Okay. Let me see. All right, I've heard of him, but I have not listened to his music. You got to. All right, Sky Girl, you got to listen to his music. All right, Mari L, welcome. It says, my wife has a fibroid, and she is 3 months post pregnancy. She's bleeding still on and off, though. Doctor said IUD, intrauterine device, or birth control is the best option. How do I stop the bleeding? Well, you stop the bleeding by anything. You have to give your wife things that will promote clotting factors. Now, if that is the case and she's bleeding from her uterus, you want to do that or seal that up quickly. The best thing to do to get the integrity of the walls back is to take copper and how do you say, biologically available copper. Because if you take copper, like the regular dinky supplements that have real copper, elemental copper, that will go right through your system and you can't absorb that. But when you have bioavailable copper, usually better found in dark leafy green vegetables, or if you want, I can do iron too. If we can do an iron, then guess what? We can get that in nutritional yeast. But it's all about cleaning up the diet, because nowadays the chemicals that they're putting in food is making that happen, that exact thing happen more and more often. This is the main thing I want you to stop today if she's doing it. Stop any carbonated drinks, any alcohol that will promote bleeding. Okay, so carbonated drinks, That because we want to absorb, but stop it right away. Okay, sweet lady. We got depression is just a mental result of the edema. She doesn't want to go outside or even have contact with anyone because her edema is so bad. Thank you. Oh, so she has body-wide swelling, and because of her personal self-image, she now is exhibiting depression. Now, that's perfectly reasonable. Other people are going through the same thing, and they're not being depressed. I'm guessing because their coping skills are, I guess, a little bit more advanced than your friends are. So what we need to do is not psychologically build her up, but flush. All right, we got to flush, because you got to think about this. If she's swollen, that is buffering a poison that is either in the fat cells or in the blood. So in order to make that happen, I would do a flush to get all the toxins out of her body. Then there's no need for your body to buffer a toxic or inflammatory situation, because all that means is that you have a white blood cell that's called a basophil, and it has heparin and histamine in it. That heparin and histamine will create an allergic response in the area because there is poison in the area. It's how it alerts other cells to come fix the problem. However, when the inflammation persists, the reaction persists and the swelling gets more and more and more, meaning we have to stop the reaction. So if we can do that by simply flushing out the system. All right, nice. I always say this: fresh fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals. All of a sudden now you have the building blocks, now you have the killer agents, now you can feed your white blood cells so they can do their job. Infection gone, thus swelling gone. Make sense? All right, so let me know. All right, good stuff. All right, so Isan, I know this is off topic, but I received new glasses of the same lenses from last year, just an hour ago. I don't know whether it's helped to restore my eyesight or make it worse. All right, it sounds like it's the same, because your eyes always want to get stronger, but because you're using glasses, that takes away the ability to use your ciliary bodies. Those are the muscles that control your lens in your eye. It takes away that control. So the thicker your glasses get, or the more often you wear your glasses, the weaker those muscles get, because they don't have to work. So that's why the prescription every year gets thicker and thicker. So coincidentally, in, what is it now? It's February. In April, I'm coming out with a course specifically for eye procedures, eye techniques, and people are going to be able to get that course. And it's going to be just, I'm going to include all the major protocols, and like I said, visually show you what to do, not just tell you, visually take you step by step in order to improve your vision. So that's coming out in April. I really do appreciate you asking the question, but hopefully that did answer it. So as much as you can do without your glasses, that will strengthen your vision. And I have a video on YouTube right now. It's my highest viewed video. It's almost to 1 million views, but do some of the exercises in there and try to wear your glasses as least as possible and see, won't that make a difference? Please just try it and stay consistent for about a month and a half, 2 months. You're going to see tremendous strides in your vision. Just try it out. Okay. Now, just a caveat, if you don't want to do, or you don't feel comfortable doing the sun gazing, because I'm advanced, I do the sun gazing, and a lot of people think you'll damage your eyes. I've been doing it for 2 years now. Guess what? Vision has only gotten better. So I don't go crazy. I don't look at the sun for an hour, okay? I don't want to be dead. But I do look at the sun for 30 to 45 seconds, like every month, in order to regain or blow up my vision. Sometimes I go 6 months, sometimes I go a year without doing anything for my eyes, because the techniques work so well, okay? So just a little one, throwing it out there. All right, what a tie. Kenners, thank you. All right, he noticed the tie, the psychedelics. I know, I like that. I like that kind of stuff. So good stuff. Thank you, Kenners. I appreciate it. So here we go. All right, slow stroke, I got you. So the murder is still up there. It's at its worst. I'm currently on the west side being a prisoner of my own home. So you got to stay inside to stay safe. I got you. I know what you're talking about, because what scared me is when I went to Chicago, it actually reminded me of the movie Boys in the Hood. So I was like, man, I don't want to become Ricky, so I'm not going to go and do all of that, try to put my life in danger just to have fun or hang out, because things happen when you hang out. So I'm just like you. I stayed in my dorm room, I stayed on campus, and I studied, and that's what I did. Okay, so I went to play basketball. That's it. That's all I did. Okay, so I thank you for telling me that. Good stuff. I have one spot on my back that keeps burning, the upper right side to be exact. When do I when I do any physical therapy, it burns. Is there anything to stop the burning? There is no rash either. So the burning sensation is, again, your basophils, your white blood cell that's actually in the area and is causing inflammation. Now, that means that there's something wrong in the area. Now, I'm hoping that's not cancerous, or if it's not like a skin lesion that it happens to have cancerous cells or anything like that, because usually that's what indicates burning. However, hopefully it's something allergic, so that maybe you just got a prickle or an ingrown hair that's starting to grow right there, and maybe you can pick it out or have somebody actually run something over your back to get the hair out of there, if that is the case, because sometimes burning comes from embedding. So now, I hope you don't have anything like diabetes, and I don't want anybody to ever say to me, I have pre-diabetes. Guess what? If you don't have diabetes, you don't have it. There's no such thing as being half pregnant. So pre-diabetic, we're all right now pre-diabetic. It means before you get diabetes. So don't listen to that crap. It's just another way to put you on medications. But hopefully it's not diabetes, because by diabetes is the main thing that causes burning and tingling in your limbs, unless you are dealing with about a fibromyalgia beginning. And I hope that's not the case. But you said upper shoulder, you do have big muscles in the upper right part of your shoulder and back. So hopefully that's not it. But I would say in order to get rid of burning, you need an anti-inflammatory. So try out some, all I want you to do is cinnamon in water or turmeric in water. That's it. You can put it in a smoothie if you want. It works just the same. So, but turmeric and or cinnamon to get rid of the inflammation. Okay, try it out. All right. I see you, Sky Girl. I want to get healthy. Where do I start? So much info and diets and tonics and potions. I want to get going slowly so you can do this for the rest. So I can do this for the rest of my life. No major health issues. So you don't have anything going on right now, but you want to make sure that your life is optimized so that you don't run into any diseases. And that's the journey I've been on for the last, I guess, 6 years or so. I'm 41, so 33 about is when I started. So that's 8 years. My goodness. All right. So it's been a minute here for the 8 years, but I would say you pick somebody and you go with them. And that doesn't necessarily mean you go with me. You see, I'm a weird person. People ask me, I just made a video on what I do in the morning as far as my smoothie, and that's all I eat sometimes in the morning. That's all I have. But when I actually want to eat something, I do eggs, all right? So full eggs with the yolks, but they're organic eggs. I try to get range-free if I can. People say that's BS. No, when you call the farm and they actually tell you and they say you can come out and they say, we believe in our product, and they say you can come out anytime and check it out. You know what? I believe them. Those are real people, real farmers who are raising real chickens. But see, if you just keep reading stuff on the internet, and that's what it sounds like, Sky, when you get so confused about all this stuff on the internet, that's what actually throws a wrench in, and you're like, who should I go with? Is this person telling the truth? Are they telling the truth? I'm just believing. I try things on myself. If it doesn't work, I throw it out. If it works, I keep it. That's all I believe in. So I don't go by anybody's one protocol or anybody's one philosophy, because it doesn't work for everybody. It never has, and it never will. However, like what I'm doing with this cancer course here, what you guys will see is I'm not using one method, because baking soda will work for 30% of the people. And well, I can't even say that 60% of the people more like it, but it'll work for a lot of people, even the majority. However, those 40%, I don't want to leave them out. So now I have to go to a different protocol. And if I want to cover another aspect, I have to go through a different protocol. Now, if you go through all these protocols I've put together in a certain sequence, because I've tried them on myself, you know what happens? Everybody, and I can almost include 98% of the people in the population, can benefit from the course, because I can put together a protocol that can get rid of a cancer and do it quickly. So that's what I'm trying to do with people, instead of trying to do this protocol, and if you stick with this one, your cancer will be gone, and that'll work for everybody. Nothing works for everybody, and that's what I want people to get. All right. Patricia Brooks says, I have high cholesterol. How you doing, Patricia? If you have high cholesterol, keep it. That's good. High cholesterol means that you have no shortage of hormones in your body, and you can freely produce them. And especially if you're being a woman, that means that your body operates on hormones, so you need high cholesterol. Now, do we want to we want to balance, or do we want way more good cholesterol than bad cholesterol? Unfortunately, on cholesterol, no, you don't. You want your cholesterol bad, so bad and good, to be even. You don't want one higher than the other. All right. So it's supposed to be a balance. So if you have, let's say, avocado, a good omega-3 fat, then you probably should balance that with a piece of bacon, a bad, what we call bad, omega-6 fat, because they balance each other in your body. That's why I believe vegans have trouble living to long ages, because there's no evidence that says that a vegan lasts longer than a meat eater. There's no evidence of that. All right. However, I do like the plant-based lifestyle because it does help eliminate cancers, eliminate diseases faster. That's what I love about vegan. However, with vegans, what I think they're missing is your body operates on adversity, meaning that if you're, let's just take a general example. If you have a child who's been sheltered by their parents and they never had to deal with anything out in the world, and they go through that same bubble all the way up until they're an adult, 21 years old, and then you release them on the world, everything is a crisis. And the minute a bad crisis happens, they want to kill themselves because they had no idea this kind of stuff existed in the world. But if you had a young girl named Tina, and young Tina was out there, and she, from the time that she was 3 years old, she was helping raise her brother. She had to make breakfast. When she was 7 years old, she had to stay at home because mom and dad had to go out and work, and she had to look after her little brother. See, Tina, when she grows up and she has to deal with all of this, she is, I'll give it to you, she's having her childhood taken away a little bit, but her coping skills are magnificent. So when you throw her into a program, or you throw her into a problem and there's a crisis, she's like, oh, I got this. This is nothing. We used to do this when I used to do this when I was 10 years old. Bring it. That's what kind of coping skills that you want. Really? All right. So to tell the truth, that's the kind of coping skills you want. Yes. So when we ask about this, yes, take it, take it, take it. All right. So, all right, let me see. Uh-oh, did I skip some people? It looks like it. Can I just look at a light bulb? Firefly. No, I know your name is Firefly, but no light bulbs. Natural UV light. You need all the rays in the spectrum from the sun. That's what allows it to help. And remember, you live on the planet Earth. That's the only reason human beings have been able to flourish, is because we have a sun. The idea is not to hide from it. The idea is to enjoy it. You do know the vitamin D in your body, most of it comes from your sun exposure, right? That's why people in Seattle and places that do not receive a lot of sunlight, they are depressed all the time, and you'll notice that their health is declining. And that's statistically proven. So, sun, get in it. Okay? Good? Yes, yes, yes. All right, LL is back. LL Lewis. I applied the black seed oil to my skin, lower regions. It burned, but it did help to stop the itchiness. And some, wait a minute, it seems to not be as red. Should it be applied to the skin every day? Yes, it should. So as long as you're not ingesting it every day, you can apply it to the skin. So I'm glad to see that it's working that quickly. So you immediately went out and got it. That was from like yesterday, wasn't it? So yes, yes, go ahead and do it. Okay. What is your high blood pressure protocol? All right. So you know I have a video on that. So let me see. Lethal Weapon, 1974. He asked about high blood pressure and what's the protocol. I actually have a video on blood pressure and can't sleep for nothing. All right. It's can't sleep for but I don't want to say it now. Okay. But in that particular video, I do go over the protocol on how to lower your blood pressure. But I'll give you a little tip right now. Don't lower your blood pressure. All right. So basically, that's what it says. You don't want to lower your blood pressure. That's your body's survival mechanism to keep you alive because something is wrong in your arteries and or veins. You cannot lower your blood pressure artificially, but you can do it naturally and slowly over time. Because let's say, for instance, you do go to a blood pressure medication and you take an ACE inhibitor, a beta blocker, a calcium channel blocker, a vasodilator. Let's say you take one of those. What's going to happen is that's going to artificially make you lose control of your blood vessels, thus lose control of your blood pressure, artificially lowering your blood pressure. And now it looks great. It looks great on your doctor's chart. You look like you're right in the range. And if you keep taking this for the rest of your life, you'll be in the range. However, your body was raising your blood pressure because it needs the pressure to get the blood, thus the minerals and nutrients, to the vital organs that are required them for. So if that's not what you're doing, you're actually killing yourself. by taking those drugs. So leave your blood pressure high, slowly work it down, but you don't want it high perpetually. Let me say that. You don't want it high forever, but you do want to let it go down naturally, and you can do that. That's easy. All you have to do is do your fruits and vegetables, my vitamins and minerals, and I just made a video on how a smoothie that you can put together and drink every day that will do exactly that. So, all right. So, and I actually show people how to dump the vitamins and minerals into their smoothie instead of taking pill after pill after pill. Don't do that. So just dump it in your smoothie. It gets all blended up. You drink it all one time. Boom. You got all your nutrients for the day, sometimes for the week, and you're good. Okay. So there you go. All right. She's CF says, any cure for I hate saying this word, ulcerative colitis. Okay. Now, ulcerative colitis is leaky gut. It means you have holes in your intestine and or your stomach. Now, in the stomach, they won't heal well because you got acid in there. So what I want you to do is temporarily weaken your acid with mineral water, sparkling mineral water, and the carbonation will weaken your stomach acid. At the same time, I want you juicing every day so it can go quickly into your blood, because if you have holes in your intestine or holes in your stomach, what's going to happen is the digestion is really poor. So you're really making your body struggle or work, or it'll just pass the food through just because you don't have the agents, the I guess, what do they call it? Surface area of the stomach in order to make that happen. Okay. So and until you get it repaired, I would say juice as much as you can. That will enable you to absorb more vitamins and minerals, therefore allowing your body to repair itself so that you can then go back to eating normally like you would. Okay, so hopefully that helped you out. Okay, CF. All right, good. I like this. Here we go. We got a lot of questions. Food grade hydrogen peroxide. I think it's excellent. All right, excellent way to alkalize the body as well. So, sachet, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sachet. I don't think it's sachet. So sachet, I think that's it. So good stuff. Dejang is back on. My sister has vitiligo and said many times she wants it gone, but doesn't know if there's a solution. Anything you'd recommend? Yes, we have actually head tilting exercises that will actually help that out. When you actually are talking about imbalances. So wait a minute. I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking of vertigo. Sorry, you said vitiligo. Let me see. Yes. So you're talking about the skin condition. I gotcha. Now, you got to think about this. Vitiligo comes and goes. So you might not want to try to treat that right now. How old is she? Because at 8 years old, I had it, and at 9 years old, I didn't. So sometimes it takes a bit for your pigmentation to even out, but I'm assuming it's because she's not producing enough melanocytes. If that is the case, and she's not producing melanocytes, this is what we're going to do. I want you to start on a serious regimen to start building them. This is how you do it. Whenever you try to build melanocytes, it's a skin producing exercise. Now, that comes from the base layer, the real skin, coming up into the true skin and filling it in with pigment. Those melanocytes are born of your bones. So you're going to need calcium, and on top of that, you're going to need selenium, and you're going to need magnesium in order to be able to build bone in that manner. That will spur proteoglycan production, and when it does, that's when you guys will notice that the skin tone will start evening out. So on top of that, do your fruit and vegetable juicing along with your vitamins and minerals. That will help give you the building blocks in order to help that process along more quickly. Okay, stop eating the junk, stop doing the carbonated drinks. That hinders any metabolic process. Taking headache medications hinders any metabolic process. So if you're on medications, if you're taking pills for any reason that are pharmaceutical drugs, you need to try to wean yourself off of those as quickly as possible, unless, of course, it's keeping you alive. Okay, so that's the only caveat to those. Good. Copper deficiency. Martin. All right, so take copper, Martin. That's all I can tell you, but you have to take bioavailable copper. So that's why I always advocate colloidal copper instead of copper supplements, because sometimes the supplements are real copper and you can't absorb that. Okay, you can't use that. Good enough. All right, so consistent knee aches, even if I'm sitting. I've had x-rays and nothing shows up. And it probably won't, slow stroker, because when you have the knee problems, your cartilage is breaking down slowly. So that's not something you're going to actually see in real time on an x-ray. Everything will look good. Even the thickness of it will look good. However, what you're not seeing is the strain or tearing on the inside of the anterior or posterior cruciate ligaments, stuff that are like that in your knee. Is the meniscus wearing away from the middle? Because if you look at it from the outside, it could look good. But if we look at the middle of the disc, it could be sagging and it could be decayed or eroding away. So you can't see that on an x-ray. So we would actually have to go in, cut your knee open and do surgery to actually see what the problem would be, which you don't want. So I'm going to give you a good way to do this. Now, if you don't have one already, I would say, if you can, invest in an inversion table. That is a board that you lay on, lock your feet into, and it flips you upside down. All right, I got one in my basement. I'm going to do a video on it very soon. And I want to show people that that's how you loosen up or create separation between your joints to allow blood in there. And the best way to do it is to move. Now, I know all about bad knees because I was a basketball player. So I was one that it's kind of hard to bend down and stuff like that. But now you guys can see I don't have any problems with my knees, and I'm 41 years old. So I got a lot going on as far as athleticism. All right. So all that good stuff, because I like to jump around. I like to have fun. I like to dance. So I cannot be restricted. All right. So I can't be restricted to doing anything like that. So I need the health of my body, my joints, everything to be good. And I've started to clean out my body. And this is the second thing. Make sure you flush your body to make sure that there is no poison or anything in your joints. Because if there is, and it builds up, and you don't move your knees and you let stuff stay trapped in there, your white blood cells will recognize that and they'll try to go in there and kill them. And now you have an autoimmune disease called rheumatoid arthritis. So I don't believe in autoimmune disease. I know what they are. All right. It's just toxicity in joints and tissues that you have not flushed out. And thus your white blood cells are not attacking you by mistake. They're attacking you because there's something in there that should be killed. And that's pharmaceutical poisons. Okay. So just think about it. So she's 13 and had it for 13 years. Dejang, I got you. All right. So hers is almost a permanent thing. So I would say you're going to have to supplement heavily to make that pigment comes back. But here's the thing. Your skin is replaced every 28 days. So there's no such thing as being stuck with it. It means that her body is in a pattern that it is used to, and she keeps on, I guess the routine that she has keeps that pattern going. So I need you to tell, I would have to know what she's eating. I need to know more about her routine, what she's doing, what's going on here in order to get the answer to that. Okay. So, oh no, I don't want to die here. Hold on. We got to get some energy to the computer here. There we go. All right. So I just had to make sure. All right. My computer is about to go down on me. Okay, no, so I'm going to get to some more questions. All right, thank you, family. All right, Slow Stroker, no problem. No problem at all, man. Calcium supplement, look at that. So, but it's got to get in there. So Firefly, good. That's a good one, but it's got to be able to get into the joint. So I agree with that. Okay, Alvin, all right, so Ikrut is back on, Gurun. All right, can you consider doing a video perhaps on the different types of organ detoxes, colon cleanse, kidney cleanse, liver cleanse, lymph node cleanse? All right. Amped Up is in the house. Now, if you clean, and I believe in holistic methods and things like that, I always believe that when you do a cleanse, tissue means organs. So I don't separate out the organs like you mentioned here. Like the colon, yes, you clean that separately. But kidney, liver, lymph nodes, those are tissues. And tissues can all be flushed and cleansed at once. And it happens over time. But when we say over time, we mean like a week. That's all it takes to completely get all the junk out of your system and you start living a normal, healthy life. But some of you have such degradation, you've gone so far to the negative side that you have to build those things back up. And that's where we come in with the vitamins and minerals, because we got to give your body the building blocks in order to build back up so that you can actually repair all of the damage that was done over the years. Okay, so good enough. All right, so Mark, all right, he said, excellent suggestion. All right, that is good. That is a good video. As a matter of fact, A saline wash and a coffee enema does that, and I have those 2 videos up, Ikrut. So what I'll do is I might have to just do a video and combine them, just so people have the protocol to do exactly what that is. But there's 2 ways I do it. It's either a saline wash plus a coffee enema, or I do the Gaia Supreme Cleanse, which is a 12-day cleanse that I always suggest for people because it's one of the best cleanses I've ever did in my life, and I've done about 11 of them to this point. All right, the rest of them are laxatives. They have you got to stay at home the whole day because your bowels are continuously moving. Some of them, it's extreme cramping of your abdomen. It's uncomfortable stuff, man. So I'm just going to tell you, do it as natural as possible. So I like the saline wash because it's fast. I like the coffee enema because it's fast, and I don't have to stay in. An hour after you do those 2, boom, you're good to go. You can go on with your day. But with the other stuff, it lingers in your system. 1 or 2 days, you're still feeling bubble guts. You don't want to do all that. Okay, so don't put yourself through it. Oh, we got more questions here. I like this. Okay, let's see what we got here. How can I rid myself of fibromyalgia? Now, if you guys don't know what fibromyalgia is, it is body-wide muscle pain. All right, so as far as fibromyalgia, people think that you're stuck with it because it has a hereditary, they say it's genetic. Now, when people hear that, they think they're stuck with it for the rest of their life. No, you're not. When you have fibromyalgia, all it means is that you have something that is broken down as a result of toxicity in your body, and it's not being delivered. Thus, you're feeling muscle pain. Now, best thing for muscle is selenium and copper. Okay, those are the best things to build up muscle tissue and have it stay and remain healthy. Now, here's the part people don't know about. Okay, that's the easy part. The part they don't know about is that every single muscle in your body is innervated, meaning a nerve is running through it to cause it to move. And nerves are covered with fat, all right, omega-3 fat. And omega-3 fat, if you can't absorb it and you can't incorporate it, that will make the muscles fail. And that's what people don't realize. See, you got to take care of both of them when you have fibromyalgia. And I'm guessing if I were to look at some charts or something like that, I would say that your cholesterol is probably low. It would read probably high on a chart because you're not absorbing it into any, so it stays in your blood. So it reads as high on a test, but I guarantee in your nerves, it's very low concentrations. And that's why you're having the problem with the pain because they're starting to touch each other. The nerves are unraveling. And when a nerve, bare wire touches another bare wire, that causes a short. And in a human being, that's pain. Okay, so just pay close attention to that one. Okay, but I will say, just think about selenium and copper for the muscle and omega-3 fat along with a systemic enzyme to help incorporate that fat back into your nerves, and then your pain should start going away. You're really going to have to, at the beginning, overdo it on the fat. If you got a big old bucket of nuts, keep on eating them. All right, I know it might add some weight to you, but it's also going to add some fat to your myelin sheath. Okay, so that's what I want. Good stuff. All right. So we got another one. Yes, doesn't even, so could that be it? She doesn't eat much fruit or meat. I can leave the meat. You can eat meat every once in a while, but as far as fruit is concerned, yes, because fruit has most of your basic nutrients in it that are required for your body that are bioavailable. So Dejang, yes, that could be a contributing factor to the vitiligo. Yes. All right. But I would say still cofactors, systemic enzymes to help that incorporate and get it done faster. Okay. LL is talking about DE, diatomaceous earth. I know what you're talking about. Does it? Yes, it does. Actually, it's actually a healing. It's almost like a healing clay. It's the equivalent of calcium bentonite clay. So you're supposed to put it into your body. You can do it in a smoothie or whatever you want. But what it does is it binds to metals and heavy poisons in your body, and it carries them out through your digestive system. So you don't. So they get sucked out of your blood. So it's almost like through osmosis that it is actually drawn and binded by the clay or the earth, and it pulls it out of your body. So it's good stuff. I would say either or. So diatomaceous earth, or if you want to do calcium bentonite clay, which is also called Indian healing clay, do it. All right, it works. I got some in my cabinet right now. All right, so but calcium bentonite clay, it works. It binds and it takes things out. Coincidentally, is what I use to reverse autism in some children. Okay, so it works. All right, stuff works. All right. We're coming up on 10:30 here. Oh no. All right. So I know I gotta go to work for a meeting, and then I gotta write up some what do I call them? Meal plans, juicing recovery plans for some people later on today because they paid me to. So I got to do it. So I really do appreciate you. Hopefully you guys got some answers on this one. I hate to leave so soon, but unfortunately I got to do it because I have prior engagements. Now I got on early because I knew most of you guys would be on here anyway. So I was like, okay, I can get to them earlier because I know YouTube will probably send out a message or something saying that I'm live, and then you guys would be here. So I appreciate you coming early. That's why I came early, just so I wouldn't short you too much on the time. But tomorrow, if you guys have more questions, write them down. Let me know, and then we'll get to them. But I do have to let you know, those of you who are serious about getting rid of cancer, and as a side effect of going through this course, people are going to get rid of their diabetes. They're going to get rid of their body-wide pains. They're going to get rid of their, like she said, fibromyalgia. That kind of stuff is going to go away as a side effect of doing this, because this is a deep, intensive course that I have put together. And right below this video, you guys are going to see the link for that. So if you go ahead and click it, you guys are going to go be taken right to the page where it can be, where it's sold. Don't be thrown off by the big price. I know it says $1,997. When you click the blue button, it's going to go to the next page and put in the coupon code. All right, which is right below the box in there. You guys are going to see the coupon code. And when you do, the price is 80% reduced. Okay, 80%. So you got to guys get into the course, which is a $2,000 course for only $397. And this is what you're going to get. Okay, let me break it down for you. I know some of you don't know this, but this is what you're going to get. When you actually do this, I'm going to give you my audio ebook. Now, when you're in the car, when you're listening to stuff, you're actually going to get it. So when you guys do the ebook, listen to it anywhere. It's an MP3. So you don't have to stay relegated to your house in order to get good information. That's included in the course once you get it. Right? $17 value. Sell it on my website for that. The next thing you guys are going to get is I'm going to give you, if you get into the course, and this is only for the first 100 people now, when you get in there, I'm going to give you guys an educational video every single week that explains why we're doing the protocol that we're doing. Okay, that right there, each video is like $97. Okay, so I'm just throwing it out there. $97 value. My students pay $300 a credit hour, so I can pretty safe to say that's good. And what we do here, the next thing we're going to give you guys is we're going to give you a, wait a minute, what else do I have for you? I have I want to do live webinars every other week inside the course. So I can't leave you by yourself. I know you guys thought I was going to throw you in a course and leave you by yourself and that was it. No, can't do that to you because it's a cancer protocol. It's delicate. So I know some people are going to have problems. Some people are going to be like, what do I do next? Can I use this instead of that? You have questions that you have to have answered, and I'm going to do that for you guys in the course. Okay, so if it's okay with you, I would like to just make you that offer that if you go in there now, the first 100 people, that $1,997 is going to go right down to $397, 80% off the whole thing. Now think about this. If you guys are going to go to the hospital, and if you do, go ahead. That means you're not wanting to do it naturally. I fully understand that. But if you want to do it naturally and you want somebody to go through it with you and somebody who's going to stick with you and make sure that this protocol is working for you and it works right for you, then this is the program that you have to get into, because I can't do it at this price anymore. You can see I'm giving a whole bunch of my time right now. It's going to take even more time in the course. So I'm going to stick with people until their cancer is gone. Now think about this. If you guys are going to doctor's appointments, if you're doing, that is $150. And if you're doing chemo and stuff like that, you're going every month. That's 150 times 12. Now let's say, for instance, you go to the doctor twice anyway. That's 10 times a year that you're going just for chemo radiation counseling. That's $1,500. On top of that, if you have to undergo radiation and chemo, that's $20,000 of treatment, and they recommend 7. That's $140,000. All right, now $140,000, and then you got $1,500. That's $141,500. It's too much. It's too much. If you're going to pay that, people are like, I got insurance. My insurance is going to pay that. You still have a deductible, which is usually 20%. You still have to pay out of pocket. That's $28,300. That's a lot of money. So why would you go through all that? Why would you pay that out of pocket? Why would you put your family in financial ruin if all you had to do was sign up for a course and go through this for this little amount, this one time, not monthly, one time, and you could get rid of most of your body ailments and diseases? Because I got to tell you, it's in depth. It's in depth. So if you guys are thinking about getting in, like I said, I got over 25 people in the program right now. This is the first day that the cart has been, the sales page has been open. So hopefully you guys will get in there. All right. So hopefully those of you, and if you know somebody, tell them to go to the page before it closes, because it's Saturday night, tomorrow at midnight, it's over. It's over. So I'm going to have my 100 people, because at the rate it's going, I know that could happen by Saturday morning. I will have all the spots filled. All right. So hopefully, because I can't help too many more people than that. So if you guys want to get in. I really do appreciate you. And remember, everything that I've given you guys so far, it has not come at a cost. And I am happy to do the free videos, and it's going to take me a while to get the rest of those out. I had to get something together now to help people now, because I knew, and I had too many emails and too many responses from people who I couldn't get to. Thus, the reason that I created this course, because I have to help people now. They can't wait till 2019 when I finally get to it. That's what I do with my videos, because I'm trying to put the videos together as quickly as possible. But when it's just me, I have to go help people. And sometimes I go to other states. Sometimes I got to write lesson plans, because people are getting phone consultations. So some of you may have seen that on the website, or seen that happen online. I can't, I can't do it all. And that's the point. So that's why I'm doing the course, so I can get to everybody, and everybody can congregate together. They can get their questions answered. And at the end, hopefully their cancer will be gone. And we will continue after the 8 weeks, because that's what the course is. It's 8 modules. It's 8 weeks, 1 module per week. So we don't want to jam it all in, and we don't want to have 20 modules, so you guys never get to the end of this thing because you're too tired out from reading everything. No, right to the point. Let's get rid of your cancer, and we'll talk, and we'll adjust, and we'll go on we'll change paths as we go. But you guys will get, everything. I'm trying to get all of it completely back to health. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're 400 pounds and you think you're going to go through this, and then all of a sudden you're going to be 120 pounds at the end of the 8 weeks, you know it doesn't work like that, right? All right. You know it doesn't, but hopefully that's it. Okay. So thanks for all you do, Murray. I appreciate that. I got to go with everybody. Trini, honey, just stopping by to say hi. We'll catch up on the video later. Thank you, Trini. I appreciate that. Virginia, also having a hiatal hernia. Oh, Virginia, I got to get... I got to get back there. That can usually be done with inversion or stretching exercises to get that loop of intestine back down through, because that's what we got, a hiatal hernia. All right. Thank you for your continuous help, even still. All right, no problem, LL. And thank you. All right, so people are in there. Wow. They're making a lot of money from us, LL. You have no idea. Cancer is right now, $300 billion industry, and they're projecting in the next 5 years, it will be closer to $500 billion. They're really going after the American public with these prices. And because insurance pays for it, people are like, okay, I'll do it. So, all right. So good stuff. So Ricky Allen, LL, Samaya, Cambridge, UK. Oh, look at this overseas. I hate that I missed you. All right. So, because I'm about to get out of here right now. We answered a lot of questions here. I know I didn't get exactly to everybody, but they're coming in fast. So if you guys want, I'm telling you, get into the course. Get in there now. I can't overstay my welcome. I really got to go. Arby, I really do appreciate it. Carlos, I appreciate it. Everybody who's on here right now, I really do. Slow Stroker, I got you, man. Rest a while. I like that. There you go. Mark, Shelly Shells, how you doing? 4 a.m. here. I like it. 4:30 a.m. All right, Firefly, Goldmouth, he's back. Just stopping by to say hello. Goldmouth, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the knowledge. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Good. Oh man, you guys are so appreciative. Dejang, I really do appreciate you guys saying all that. That's really nice. You know, that's what I live for. On top of helping people with getting rid of diseases and stuff, the next best thing I like in this life is people being positive and people just giving love to each other. And I appreciate you guys for doing that. So really, 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 I do appreciate it. So I am done for today. I'm sorry I had to cut it a little bit short, but engagements. So I know. So I'll be back on tomorrow. It's going to be for a longer period of time. So remember, I'll send it out. I'll create an event and then it'll send it out to you guys to let you know when it's happening. But remember, get in now because by tomorrow, I'm assuming by the morning, all the spots are going to be gone because this is the first day that this thing is open. So I'll talk to you guys later. This is Alvin J, the most passionate non-doctor on the internet. I love talking to you. I really do appreciate it. So here we go. And we're going to end it now. I really do. I mean, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.